What's up? This is Nick, coach of the Cerulean City Psyducks, and I'll be commentating my match with Amber of the Lavender Town Lillipups. So I start off the match with my Rotom Wash, and she leads with Roadhog, her Mamoswine. So last season he was a big setter, so I was hoping to take him out right at the start, and it looked good until that Focus Sash activated. So that did pick up, and after this he will set those stones up, Stealth Rocks, which for my team is a bit of a danger. So the Stealth Rocks are set up. At this point, I'm hoping to get the kill on him, but she switches out and brings in her Kamo-O Ramses 1, who, since he's being a dragon type, takes this overheat, which Shed is at a -2. It pretty much doesn't take much damage. And my special attack drops even further, so at this point, GG Easy Bake has to switch out, and I bring in Grand Bully, my Grand Bull, to try and drop his attack and resist any type of dragon he might try and throw out. So there's the Intimidate drop, and he uses a Dragon Dance, which is not something I really want happening, because him getting those setup moves is really dangerous for me. So there go my leftovers, bringing back a little bit of health. So he's currently at a +1 on attack and speed, so I mean he would have outsped me anyways. And the Poison Jab really doesn't do much, which made me really happy to see that. So I was like, okay, well you're sped up, let's slow you down. So I get the Thunder Wave off and do paralyze him. And that definitely levels the playing field a little bit, which, because of that leveling of the speed tiers right now, Amber switches out, gets rid of her Kamo-O, and brings in OG Bulkabash, who is the Venusaur. So my Play Rough goes and just gets eaten up because he's, or Bulbakush, not Bulkabash. I don't know why I always thought it was his name. But yeah, he eats that up. I recover a little bit. At this point, there's really no point in me keeping Grand Bull in, because I'm just not going to be able to do much. So I switch Grand Bull out, bring in Mr. Drippy, the Goodra, since I was hoping she'd go for some type of grass move on here so that I could soak it up, but she does throw a Sludge Bomb, which Goodra resists, but unfortunately I did get poisoned, so that's not really where I wanted to be, but it happens, such is the game of chance. So I'm at about half health, which is a little bit dangerous, but I was pretty sure I could take another hit, so I kept him out. Takes the hit just fine, 33 health, and throw Fire Blast, which just destroys him. Which was good, because he was a big bulky one who I was going to have to get rid of if I wanted to bring out some of my attackers later. And I barely hold on after that poison. And then she brings in her Slurpuff called Neopet. This thing belly drums. And this was something where, this was a point where everything went wrong for me, because last season Amber was notorious for belly drumming with her citrus berries. It was on an Azumarill last season, but looks like it may be her Slurpuff this season. So I hit it with another Fire Blast since I am Choice Spexed in, which got really close to killing it, and I was really upset that it didn't actually take it out, and I fall to the poison. So I bring in GG Easy Bake again, because I'm like, alright, this guy's Choice Scarfed, so I should be able to outspeed. Well, one thing I didn't realize is Slurpuff has Unburden. So, Unburden, Belly Drum activates its berry. It's now unburdened, its speed is doubled. So this thing just outspeeds everything, and at this point, I didn't really have anything. My fastest thing on my team was the Rotom Wash, so I was hoping I could somebody could take a hit and knock this thing out, but unfortunately I didn't think well enough ahead, so I kind of just sacrificed my Serena right there, and finally brought in Grand Bull to get that Intimidate drop, which isn't quite enough because Play Rough still just annihilates me, especially at 50% health. And unfortunately, I still wasn't really thinking clearly because I was still thrown off by that unburdened Slurpuff. So I brought in my Junk Frog, aka Toxicroak. And her attack drop was not enough, especially with that super effective hit. Or not super effective, just normal effective because that poison fighting. And then I bring in Whiskers, my Gyarados, for another Intimidate drop, which I probably should have done 2 turns previously instead of bringing in Serena, but it happens as it happens, and then she comes swinging out with another play rough, getting that stab with still at a +4 attack. Just takes me down real easy. So I made several bad decisions in this fight, and it did lead to a loss in the end, but uh, looking forward to my battle next week. I am facing off against the Fearos, so we will see how that goes. That's David on that team. So stick around for next week's battle. We'll see you then.